Whoa.
Okay.
I realized it was not muted there. Ladies and gentlemen, dogs, cats, animals from everywhere around wherever you're watching from. Hello. It is I, Brian, and it is she, Stephanie.
You're in a weird mood.
I'm in a weird weird mood. Yeah, I'm weird. Anyways, what's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday evening. The first Tuesday live stream after opening weekend for Halloween Horror Nights 34 here in Orlando. Also, I just cannot, we talked about this before, but we cannot get comfortable in these chairs anymore. Maybe we bring out the backup chairs one day.
But we are back into HHN season officially. And I'm already tired.
I'm feeling it. My legs are sore.
We did
my
one
back is
night.
out. We did one night. Anyways, welcome everybody to Casa del Hondo. Fun live stream for you guys tonight because we're talking of our previous experience for opening weekend of Halloween Horror Nights 34 in Orlando. For all of you West Coast folks, I feel for you. Don't worry. You got a few more days. Your HHN is going to start in just a few more days. So hang tight. It'll be there.
So
Promise
close.
it'll be a good one. But for us East Coast folks, we're doing really good. Guys, it's such a... Okay, I want to say this real quick. Starting this day off, I woke up and it just like hit me where I'm like, it's like Halloween Horror Nights season. Like we in the summer and even in the winter, we're like, well, what do you want to do today? Like, you know, we have the night off. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You want to go to the park? You want to stay home? Want to watch a movie? Yada, yada. Now it's the season where when do you want to go? Because we know where we're going every single night, and that's Halloween Horror Nights. And it feels good having that, especially for the kind of year that we're having in Orlando. It's remarkable. This is looking great. I'm super stoked for this. I do want to say we did, Steph had a poll up in the chat during the countdown. Did you attend opening weekend of Halloween Horror Nights 34? What are we looking at currently right now as far as the poll goes?
So far, 64% said no, 36 yes.
Wow.
So
a good
most
amount.
People know.
But a good amount that was there for opening weekend. I know opening weekend's one of those like bucket list things. I will say you have to do opening weekend at least one time in your Halloween Horror Nights life.
But if it is your only time to go for the year, I don't recommend it.
Agreed. No, I agree with you. But I feel like on the bucket list, you got to do like opening weekend. You got to do closing night.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe like a express night, RIP night, like little things like that. You got to check them off. And I feel like opening weekend's one of those. But I do agree. I wouldn't say like if you have one weekend that you can go, I would pick later in the run, not the beginning. So I also noticed Stephanie put in the chat too, where's everyone watching from? We got far away. So Shrek is tuned in with us here. New Jersey, your mom's house, Louisiana, the other side, back in Greensboro, North Carolina for the Woods of Terror team. Chicago, Kissimmee, Davenport, I can't see that. How much? Manatee County. Oh my God, I wanted to say Matinee County.
Matinee.
Welcome to the matinee. Orlando, Pensacola. We got people from all over.
Yeah.
This is great.
We always do.
That's good.
Love
That's good.
to see it.
Love you guys. You can go ahead and close that poll out too, so then I can finally see the chat. Oh, we got more people commenting. Boston, Puerto Rico, Salem.
Cool.
Nice. I guess it's like the season for you coming up, huh?
We looked at trying to go to Salem, and we looked at it probably like 3 months ago, and already everything was booked.
Yeah, it's booked.
Every hotel booked, like four months out from October.
It's like
dang.
It's like a bucket list thing to do for the spooky people, you know, like we have it on our list to do one time. Wait, we'll do it one year for sure. We'll do it one year.
Yeah.
But let's see what else we got. Rhode Island, Canada, Orlando, Texas. Howdy from Texas. Mississippi, Minneapolis, Alabama, UCF.
Sweet home Alabama.
Sweet home Alabama. How about the Tide, huh? Looking real good against FSU.
Giselle said Salem is amazing in January if you want to avoid the crowd.
Okay, we'll see you in
have to do
January.
that.
I like when it's cold too, so it'll be perfect. Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's agenda, what we have in the schedule is we're going to talk about our experience during opening weekend for Halloween Horror Nights 34. We only attended Sunday because somebody wanted to go out and just dominate real quick the North American national title right here. She got 4th place. Proud of you. Love you. Awesome work. Such a successful season. Here, I'm gonna hand this to you. This is yours. Show it off with pride. That's hard work. So we got more hardware to add. Go ahead and do a pose. There you go. Sweet.
I hate when he does this.
She hates when I do it, but I'm so proud of her, so I got to show it off.
I don't like attention.
She's my pride. It's my world. 4th place nationally, so super excited, super stoked for her. So can we get some I was gonna say GGs in the chat, but no, can we get some dubs for Steph? Like those YouTubers. Can we get some dubs in the chat? It's a W for Stephanie.
I don't watch those types of streams.
Dubs in the chat.
But no. I know you do.
Yeah, I've watched 1 or 2. GG, easy. Yeah, GG, easy.
Don't know what that means.
It's just easy.
Okay.
GG, good game, easy.
Oh, that's what GG is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you're part of the club now. You get the lingo.
Cool.
So anyways, Steph was busy dominating, and we got back Sunday. We flew in from Pittsburgh Sunday just in time to go to Halloween Horror Nights. And I kid you not, we were really tired this weekend. We woke up early on Sunday, had to get ready for the flight. But this gal woke up. She's like, we're going to Horror Nights tonight. And it was so
excited.
Okay, it is so weird because this is the first time since 2016 that I missed opening night of Halloween Horror Nights. And this is also the first time since 2014 that I attended Halloween Horror Nights from out of the state. Because every year since, I've lived here and it was right down the road. I worked it or I just attended as a guest. This was the first time that I was like, holy smokes, like we're going back home. We're finishing up our trip. We're going back home, but I'm just like,
what he's trying to say is we got on the plane and it felt like we were like going on vacation to Horror Nights.
Yeah. Like we were going to go to Halloween Horror Nights on vacation. And I'm like, it feels kind of fun, like cool. Versus being here and it's like, oh, it's Horror Nights day, like go to bed and wake up and just drive. It was like, we're flying and tonight we're attending Horror Nights. Actually, I lied. 2023, when we went to Hollywood. Technically, that counted.
Yes.
So it felt like that. So anyways.
I think we're more tired for that, though.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. But anyways, speaking of that, what we're going to really do with tonight's episode and in this live stream is we're going to talk about our experience. We're going to go over everything. We did all 10 haunted houses. We did all scare zones, street experiences. We tried some food out, which I know you're going to lead that conversation for sure. But we did not do the shows. So we have the Frequent Fear Plus with Express. So all of you guys who don't have Express,
we feel very bad for you.
Yeah, the wait times
some of the wait times
crazy.
Yeah, were really bad.
Crazy.
That Jason line.
Look, I'm going to say this. We said we would not get Express. And the tickets went on sale and we stared at each other for like 5 minutes like, and we did it. We did it. And it hurt for a long time and it still hurts. We still feel this thing. But holy smokes, did Express come in clutch for Sunday.
Javier said he did all 10 houses and one of them 3 times and the Lagoon show without Express.
Yeah, you're crazy.
You need to
holy smokes,
write a book or something.
What was your route? Like I need timestamps of everything you did. And you know what? And that's the thing. We'll also talk about like kind of our route and how we did it. What I really want to do is I want to talk about all the 10 haunted houses, our experience. So if you're not looking for spoilers, if you're really hoping that this is not going to be...
Well, we're not going to do like a walkthrough or anything like that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's like there might be some spoilers in this, but it's really, we're going to just kind of talk about our personal experience, our review of everything. But we're not going to be like, in the first scene, you're going to see this. We might bring up some scenes to really highlight and talk about. But other than that, we're really going to try to stay away from like really diving into the spoilers, but we'll get into some key moments that will, obviously pertain spoilers. But I think the way we want to go about this is we'll we'll kind of go through the way we did with the night. We'll start with like our first house that we started with the night, how the feelings were. We'll talk about the scare zones and what routes we take. And then just kind of go through all the houses, everything we did, talk about the food, all that. And then towards the end of the live stream, once we go through all that conversation, we'll then talk about what our current ranking for the haunted houses are. And there's a disclaimer with that. The ranking system is going to be very hard this year. And we'll also explain why this rank that we're giving is like, it's crap. It really is. Like, I wouldn't even hold any value to this. We're going to explain why down the road pretty soon, actually. And then you'll understand that.
Yeah.
So
we'll get into
but anyways, yeah, I mean, holy smokes, what a weekend, by the way. We were watching when we were in Pittsburgh and we had some free time. We were tuning in. We saw everybody talking about the event. A lot of positives. This is such a good feeling to feel like this is a win right now.
I think the general sentiment is that the event itself, the houses, the scare zones, the food even, is all really, really good. I think the only negative that we saw was Premium Scream Night and this.
Do you want to talk about Premium Scream Night tonight, by the way?
We could very briefly.
All right.
I kind of anticipated this was going to happen because last year, not as many people bought tickets because it was a new thing. People didn't know if it was going to be worth that amount of money. And then it ended up getting rave reviews. Of course, the demand is going to go up because people are hearing that it's so great. And Universal being a company, corporation, in it to make money, they're going to sell as many tickets as they can.
Yeah.
And it's just, I knew it was not going to be as empty or like as low capacity as it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew there were going to be some complaints about that. I think the fact that we said this before, I can't remember if we said it on the stream or if we just talked about it between the two of us. But I said before, I think it would be fine as long as they don't take away the pulsing, because some people literally pay for
it's
that.
Advertised, yeah, and you're paying for that experience.
And we heard that there were some houses that ended up kind of like, I don't know if intentionally taking it away or they were just pulsing so...
Can I jump in real quick on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
We didn't attend, right? So because we weren't there, it's really hard for us to say like what happened. We're just taking people's words from the internet, and just in case this is news to you guys, people lie all the time on the internet. So it's hard to really tell what happened, what not. So we're just taking face value of what is being said, and then we're just kind of giving our opinion on it. I think my opinion about all of it is, if you didn't attend, it's really hard for you to kind of say anything, and I feel like you really shouldn't say anything. You're more than welcome to obviously voice your opinions, but I think the people who went, I think that's where the value of opinion matters the most, because they were there, and especially the people who attended last year to compare both.
Yeah.
I think their opinions is even more valuable to hear back, because they got to experience both to see what it was like the first year when supposedly everybody had a great time, and then this past weekend where I'm not going to say everybody didn't or did have a good time, because I saw people who said they actually really enjoyed their time. They had a great experience. They got to do like 15 run-throughs.
It's so split. Some people, and Caleb said it, he said that it feels like he was at a completely different event than everybody who was complaining. And that's like kind of what I'm getting is like, some people are saying it was like a huge letdown. The crowds were terrible.
Even Scorn said they pulsed each time I went into a house. And he was with a larger group.
And then there's some people that are like, that was not my experience at all. So I don't know if just like some people got unlucky with like the lines, or I don't know, but, or they just had a different expectation going into it. But
oh my gosh.
But I will say the tickets are for Premium Scream are very expensive. So
they are.
I mean, I personally would expect
a premium night, right? And that's what I'm going to say too on this. For a company like Universal to hold a premium Scream night for this event, they really got to make sure like the operation's really smooth, and it's so hard. And something we're going to talk about today further in the live stream is one of my favorite discussions about Halloween Horror Nights, guys. is the logistics of the event, the layout. And guess what? This year we're having a layout that we've really never had before due to Rip Ride Rocket being closed. Different entrances for queue lines and houses. And when you hold a premium Scream night that is such a high value ticket, this is one of the reasons why I am such a big advocator of why premium Scream night should not be held before opening night. The first night true test that they have, besides team member preview, the first true test with high paying guests should not be their most valued premium night, because you're going to have, instances where you have issues that they just haven't been able to address before because they've never done it before.
Yeah, which is what we've beat that horse.
I'm going to keep...
We've said that a million times. But anyway, we didn't do premium Scream night, so we won't talk about it too much because we don't have that experience.
Yeah.
But I was just saying that was the only negative from the entire weekend that I really saw. Other than the Jason line and the lines for food.
I was going to say, how do you forget the lines for food?
I mean, that
was one of our biggest complaints.
Always an issue. There's always an issue.
Do you think, I got a question. Do you think if they honestly brought more food booths and more food offerings and locations, it would help alleviate some of those lines?
Maybe, but there's always still going to be a handful of food booths that have a really long line because you can only get that one food item at that one booth.
That's true. That is true.
Like that Fallout, the line for the Fallout food booth is going to be long every night, all year, or all event.
Even in February.
It's just going to be long because everybody wants to try the Fallout food.
Yeah,
It's just how it is.
And you know what? That's fine. That's good. Cool. So as far as premium Scream night goes, last year was such a success. I still think this year was a success. There's minor hiccups that had to be addressed. I'm sure they'll address it. Again, the logistics layout, very different. So next year, maybe we get, I know somebody mentioned this in the comments or in the chat earlier where they said, last year is perfect. This year, next year we'll get a happy medium.
You know what they need is for the food booths, they need what they do at Chick-fil-A and Dutch Bros, where they have someone go through the line with an iPad and take orders and then print out your little receipt and then be like, okay, you can go to the window to make it go faster.
Would it, or would it be the same speed because the people going
then
up?
you have two registers, but then you have maybe 2 or 3 other team members that are also taking orders. So then you just have more orders going through.
But you got to make sure those people in that little small kitchen are going at it full speed to get through that.
But for most of the booths, once you
big batches.
order
the mozzarella cheese stick.
Yeah, the line for the food's not that bad. It's the line for the ordering.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Anyway, that just popped up. I was like, that.
That's the thing too. Again, one of my favorite conversations about Horror Nights is talking logistics and how to do things. I wonder if what you said is will Horror Nights, can they experiment with something like that, and will it work? Will it not? Again, you can have these theories and it'd be cool. We can talk about these ideas, but until they do it, we'll never know. Mm-hmm. Which is pretty much Premium Scream Night is kind of still in its experimental age. It needs 3-4 runs to finally get okay.
Yeah, I wasn't really talking about premium.
Oh no, I know. I was just reverting back to that in this conversation.
I was gonna say because they're not ordering. Someone said they were literally passing food.
Yeah, they just pass it out.
Line.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for it. So because you've already paid a lot of money. Yep. I want to bring this up real quick. Matt D. Jerome's with $4.99. By the way, thank you. You guys do not have to do that. We do appreciate it. We'll give it to the boys.
Yes, we do.
Matt said, going for one night only on Sunday. What should be my moves? Well,
you good?
I'm a little dyslexic, by the way.
For the first few hours of the event.
Yeah, what should my moves be for the first few hours of the event?
I would say if you have...
a sprinkler, maybe a worm.
If you have Stay and Scream, I would choose... Which we actually haven't done Stay and Scream yet because we did not do Stay and Scream on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know 100% how it works yet because it's different this year. But I would say choose like one of the areas that has like multiple houses and try to knock out like a few during Stay and Scream.
Because so is everybody else. I mean, I've heard like the Stay and Scream, like those lines up at the front get long. Like before, like
if you don't have Express.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It depends.
If you don't have Express and you do have Stay and Scream, maybe try, and you like need to do all 10 houses, try to get in line early for either Five Nights, Terrifier, or Jason, because those are the longest lines all night.
Yeah.
We heard from team members that Terrifier stays long, like into 2 a.m.
Consistently like 80 to 100 minutes, like consistently.
Because people are wanting to do the wet path like at the very end of the night. So Five Nights and Jason might go down a little bit like at the very end of the night. So if you really want to do Terrifier, maybe try to get in line for that one early first. Just because that line gets long and it just stays long all night. Also,
Matt, if you want, just send me a message on Instagram, and we can talk a little more in detail about that one. Because again, I feel like it really depends. Like I'm such a big like advocator, and it really depends. Are you doing Stay and Scream? Do you have Express Pass? Are you doing RP? All those kind of things. What's your wants? Because I'm a big advocator for like going to the back of the park and like doing that and kind of working your way up, but it just depends. So send me a message on Instagram and we can talk more. Also, Javier in the chat said, it might be too early to tell, but I think the Tribute Store could have been in its original location. I don't see Mummy hitting 60 minutes plus. Hold on to that thought. We are going to talk Tribute Store in tonight's live stream.
Crappy Tappy did say that because the Terrifier line is out in the sun during Stay and Scream, it's brutal. Whereas Five Nights and WWE are in sound stages, so it's nice and cool in there.
Sweet. Also, Matt said, thanks, guys. Probably Scream early and no Express. I'll DM you. Sweet. Yeah. DM me. We can, we'll talk about it. Also, we may be there on Sunday. Who knows? We'll see.
Oh, yeah. And opening night Terrifier did go down. I think they probably have fixed that.
Yeah.
I think it was an issue with the water.
Yeah.
But I think they fixed it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But that is a possibility.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is every other house. Because who knows?
Yeah, but the other ones don't have like huge water effects.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
So, Sunday, we attended our first night at Halloween Horror Nights 34. What do you think overall? Like, what was your overall thought when you went from... What was your feeling going into the event, throughout the event, when you left?
I loved it. We will get into this, but we had really bad luck with timing in every single house.
Which that was one of those things I was saying, a part of our rank list that we give later on in tonight's live.
We got
one of the influences was because of this.
We got like 3 or 4 cast changes. Yeah.
This was probably one of the worst first nights that we had at HHN in terms of run-throughs for houses. In terms of like luck.
Yes.
We just had bad luck.
We had very bad luck. I got like maybe 2 or 3 scares the entire night. I kept missing everything. I would walk through to the next room and I'd see just the tail end of somebody like going back into their boo hole, and I'd walk past the boo hole and then I'd turn around and just wait and slowly walk and just wait and watch and then see like a second of them coming out. And I'd turn around and keep going and the same thing would happen at the next one. And that was all night long. However, I see so much potential in every single house.
Yeah.
And I enjoy, there were a few that like stood out and I can tell they're going to be amazing when we get a good run through. We literally did not get a single good run through.
Yeah. We started at like the worst way possible for the event, which I guess is a good thing because it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
I hope.
It will.
But yeah, it definitely will. And it kind of sucks because like I really like starting the event strong so we know where the potential is. But since we started like really bad, like just weak run throughs, And again, I'm going to explain a lot of things in detail. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. If you guys want to get mad at me, you guys are more than welcome to. Again, it's just my opinion. But because we started with such like a bad start, and this reminds me of old past events that we've gone to where houses that were at the bottom of our list during the first like few nights we gone, just because we had week run throughs. The later the run goes, as the house progressed, we started getting better run throughs. Those houses ended up being higher up on our list. I'm hoping that's how it is for all these houses, and it will be, which is crazy because these are such good houses that I'm like, it makes me more excited for the coming days
to go back.
Even though we had such a bad start, I'm like, I know it's going to get better. So I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, it didn't like sour our experience at all. We weren't like, I mean, of course we were bummed, but we weren't like, oh, this year sucks. We were like, we just have bad luck, but we can tell that they're going to be really good houses.
Yeah.
Even like the weaker houses or the ones that I would put at the bottom, like there were none that we walked out of and I was like, I really didn't care for that.
There was not a single house that we just did not like.
Yeah.
We're like, we won't really do it. Well, there's one that's on the cusp, but again, just not a good walkthrough, or run through. So we'll see. I also want to point this out. I really think the reason why we had bad run throughs was because we spent. I'm so sorry, guys. I have really bad heartburn today because I scarfed down.
Did you guys watch the?
Oh my god, I forgot that was the thing.
Did you guys watch the round table?
Yeah,
the
official Horror Nights round table
that Horror Nights posted. Brian in it snuck in there that he gets heartburn, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Did you guys get that little?
Going to get a kick out of that.
Did anybody get the nod of that? Because I did that for you guys. I made a heartburn mention in the official Horror Nights roundtable with all the creatives. Did anybody see that? Because that was for you guys, by the way.
It was during the Would You Rather.
Yeah. It's like, would you rather have a demon inside you and like, oh, the burns? I'm like, well, I already have heartburn, so I know what like fire feels like. Yeah, I definitely did that for you guys. That was for all of you.
That's funny.
Anyways, I wanted to say though, we spent all of our luck. We had bad run throughs because there was a zero rain. We did not get rained on the entire night. It was beautiful weather. It felt nice and cool, and there's a little bit of breeze at times. And it was supposed to rain and storm all Sunday night. And as we kept looking at the updates, it just kept getting pushed back and pushed away.
So we had bad run throughs. We have a tradition where we get Cold Stone after the first night of HHN. We walk out. Cold Stone had just closed. So then we were like
20 minutes.
Okay, I guess we'll get Voodoo. So we go back over to Voodoo. We order our donuts, and Brian always
We paid for it.
Brian and I always get the same. We each get the same donut. It's a different one, but like
she gets
has
OBJ.
ODB.
OBJ.
I don't know what
I don't know what that is. ODB, which is Oreo.
It's
just Oreo dirt brownie
and peanut butter.
What is the DB then for?
It's Old Dirty Bastard.
Oh, there you go. Old Dirty Bastard.
And then Brian gets the dirt. So basically the same one I get, but without peanut butter.
It's just Oreo. Yeah.
And we order and we go to wait. They immediately call us back up. And I was like, okay, weird. Because they hadn't put them all in the box yet.
The lady's staring at the receipt.
And she goes, we don't have any more dirt. What else do you want? And Brian's like, you've got to be kidding me.
Well, of course. Why else would they not have it?
But we traded all of that bad luck for the good weather, and we are totally okay with that because the weather was amazing. It wasn't hot or too hot. It wasn't too humid. There was a breeze.
It was a beautiful night. Even tonight, like we went outside, took the dogs out, and it's like perfect. It's like, oh, I wish Horror Nights was tonight. And if it wasn't, we wouldn't have to sit here talking about it because we'd be there having fun. Yeah. Anyways, we'll be there tomorrow. Yes. I hope. We'll see. So anyways, back to the bad run-throughs that we had for the night. I'm also going to say this too. And I feel like I can say this because I've had multiple years of scare acting experience in the past. But there were multiple times going through the houses where I was like, come on, guys, come on. I know we're tired, but come on, right? I saw a couple scare actors that night that just hit the trigger, just put their hand out. They weren't even moving. There's one, I'm not going to say where, I'm not going to say who, There's one specifically that was standing out of their boo hole and just hit the trigger and just did this with their hand. It did not move. And that moment,
Maybe they had heartburn.
maybe they were having heartburn. But even with heartburn, you're like, oh, oh, you know, you're looking, you're having a hard time. Oh, help me, you know. Anyways, so that part really bumped me out because I, as again a previous scare actor and who I'd be honest, blessed and very lucky to be in the situations I've been in the past. I know what it's like to be in those moments, and I know it's tiring, and I know it's tough, but I know there are other people out there who would kill to be in this position. And so it's like you gotta be in those moments. You gotta lock in and know, like, hey,
It'll get better.
I know it'll get better. Everything gets better, guys. We're gonna die one day. I promise you, you'll feel peace one day.
Sometimes some scare actors, especially if it's their first year,
I would like to
they
continue.
need to get comfortable first.
I would like to continue. Again, the main point too that I understand, and I will always stand by this, is the first weekend of Halloween Horror Nights, the last day of the first weekend, which is Sunday, is usually always the most exhausting day of the entire run for all scare actors. I will stand by that statement until I die. The most exhausting day for any and all scare actors at Halloween Horror Nights is the last day of the first weekend, because that first weekend exhaustion hits so hard because you don't, even if you prepare for it, you don't realize how draining it is. So like, again, I give my props to all the scare actors. I know how tough it is. Every single year I've performed, that first weekend on the last day, I walked in going, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do full 2 months full of this stuff.
It is a lot.
And it is a lot. And you're like, just one more night. Just got to power through this. So I know the Sundays of opening weekend are usually the least in energy.
Yeah.
I know that. But it's like some of them I'm like, come on, guys. Like, come on. Like, let's get going. Another thing I will say this too. When we go through the houses, a lot of things like I like to do is I love to look at the performance of the scare actors, because again, they are literally the heart, the soul, the blood of these houses. They really are. Without them, these houses are nothing but just a photo op. And going through, I really I count how fast some of these scare actors come out. And there are some people who might be in the chat right now who was actually who's been watching us for a long time. We've saw them in their houses. I give props to you guys because they were hitting their trigger, come out, they scared. They go back, hit their trigger, come out, scared. They were constant, just going at it. And then there were some people that would hit their trigger and we'd walk around and I'm just timing in my head, and I'd get up to like 9 seconds, 10 seconds. Now I will say this, some scares are trigger activated from the scare actor. Some are just based on a time loop. But the ones that we went to, I knew were actual scare actor activated triggers. And once I was getting past the 7-8 second marker, I was like, hey, you got to hit that trigger. You got to come out. So I know they're going to improve. I know it gets better. It goes back to saying, if you can only go one weekend, go later in the run, things get better. But that was part of our bad luck too. It's just where we were coming into scenes and we were leaving scenes when the scare actors were not coming out. So again, I hope, things get better. They'll work on it. I know they will. It always gets better. But that's why I highly encourage just to think in those moments. One thing I always did when it was 11 p.m., you're in your third or fourth set, it's the 28th night, you're tired as can be. Always remember, there are so many people who paid so much and are looking forward to seeing you perform.
Well,
and you can make and break the house experience and the event for these guests.
Well, it also makes it a lot more fun, and it makes it go by faster if you just get crazy with it and
get crazy.
Put a lot of energy into it, because then you get good scares, which just makes it more fun.
Yeah, and again, it's like a dopamine chase. You scare somebody, you're gonna feel like, oh, sweet, right? And then you get the next one, oh, sweet, and you get energy from it. Yeah. The best sets we've ever had is when we're just constantly going at it. People are getting scared. Next thing you know, you get tapped out. You're like, oh my gosh, that was a fast set.
Anyway.
All right, whatever.
We got to talk about our favorite houses.
We got to talk about our favorite houses. Okay, my favorite house is the Hondo house.
Brian could talk about scare acting for...
One of my passions, what I would love is to have a career in working with the scare actors at Horror Nights. Just working with the scares. How can we be energetic? How can we go all out? What can we do to be better? I like that. So,
cool.
Anyways, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So do you want to just walk through our night and which houses, like what order we did them in?
Yeah, I was just trying to catch up in the chat. I see somebody said,
Or
Brian, hi, hey. Anyways.
Or would you want, or do you want to do like our ranking?
Let's talk about our experiences through the houses, and then we'll just recap as a ranking for all of them.
Okay.
So, what we're gonna do is, actually, do you want to do the scare zone street experiences first, or do you want to do that later, and we can be quick on that? We have a lot. We have a lot we can talk about tonight. I know. Steph has to be done in 10 minutes, guys.
No. Let's just
We're already 44 minutes. Yeah.
go through the houses.
Okay. Let's go through them in the order that we went. So we're gonna talk haunted houses, HHN 34, which all of them look amazing. We're excited to do them again tomorrow because we have Express.
So we did Hatchet and Chains first, and we decided we wanted to do that one first because Brian was very excited for that one.
I was very excited. It came from Slaughter Cinema 2 last year, and Slaughter Cinema 2 is a sequel to Steph's favorite house of all time, Slaughter Cinema.
Yes, so we did that house first last year. So we did Hatchet and Chains first this year. We could not see anything because it was still bright out.
Yeah, I didn't remember seeing anything.
So I'm very excited to do that one again because I did not see anything.
But at night.
At night, yes.
At night. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. All right.
You don't even watch SpongeBob.
But I know some of the memes and things like that.
Anyway. Yeah, no, I mean, we have to do it again because I didn't see anything.
We got to do all of them again.
I feel like it is a generally dark house to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, it was still very bright out. So it was hard to.
Yeah, but it's a cool Western gunslinger. Like, get over here, Damon.
Yeah,
like,
there were definitely
some
really cool effects in there as well, which I'm always amazed how much they can fit into those tent houses over there, and how much scale they can do in there, but without actually having scale. Like they have gotten really good at forced perspective and different little tricks that they use to make the area look bigger than it is.
Every year there's a constant like progress as far as just the scaling of the event.
Yeah.
And it's looking good.
And this house had some of that, so I liked it.
Yeah. Also, I want to say Javier, he mentioned the Nightingale horse outside the house. We noticed that, and it's cool too because in Nightingale's blood pit, right? Is that what the name? Nightingale's blood pit. In 2019, that was the location where the horse was. So it's kind of cool that it returned to that same sprung tent. Mm-hmm. So that was cool.
Yeah, and
a little Easter egg nod.
And the old lady out front, I like that.
Yeah, I love.
She was good.
You know what's crazy? If I was a scare actor, I would really not like being in that position because you're not scaring, you're setting the story. But I love when Horror Nights has a scare actor that's in front with the facade, because it's not just the facade, where you see it and you can hear it, but you're also getting the interaction and the story and setting the vibe and stuff with a scare actor there. We had it with Insidious last time, he's got your baby and him walking around, you're like, all right, here we go. Like you're getting in, instead of waiting for the first scare, you're already kind of being introduced to that world with the scare actor there, giving that. So I did like that. Yeah. Spoiler, by the way, if you didn't know. But yeah, Hatchet and Chains, I had fun going through it. Again, the biggest problem that we had was the fact that we went through with the daylight. So it's just hard to really see things. But there was a scene in there that I thought was so cool. And I'm like, I want to see it at night when I can see better. I don't want to spoil it, but it's towards the end of the house. It's just so cool. It's just this gunslinger Western stuff. I love it.
I will say there were only 2 smells all night that got me that I was like, ugh, I don't like that. And one of them was in this house. And it was like, I think if you've been in it, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. But it was like a burning smell, but it's not the burning smell that they always use that smells like
just
like Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, no,
it smelled like burning like flesh.
Yeah.
And it was not a pleasant smell.
Which is perfect too, because that's exactly like what's happening. Shout out to the team. This house was fun. It was a lot of fun. I really wish that they would enhance the queue line experience, because this is in the, what is it, Krusty Land, the Simpsons ride, right?
Yeah.
It's in that queue line. It'd be so cool if they had like TVs up, they had the music, and they just played like Western music. That'd be so cool to kind of just set the tone, you know, like what we did in the beginning of the live stream.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's just fun, because we haven't had like a Western house in a minute, and it's like Gothic Western in a way. It's just so cool. So Hatchet and Chains, I loved it, and I don't remember anything from it because I couldn't see it. I just knew like this. I knew before getting it, I'm gonna love this house. And going through it, I was sitting there going, man, I cannot wait to keep doing this house night after night.
Jin A or Gina, I don't know
Jin A.
if that's Jin A, asked, so I shouldn't do this house first when the sun's still out. Maybe not, but if you do, just wear sunglasses. We did forget to bring our sunglasses in.
Well, I purposely didn't because I don't want to carry my sunglasses all day.
Yeah.
But like, it's smart.
I forgot mine.
Oh, okay. But it's smart to wear your sunglasses. If you had sunglasses, wear them through during the day, and then right before you get in the house, take them off. It does help.
But somebody else made a good point further up that if you do one of the sound stages, since the queue line is in the sound stage for like WWE or Five Nights, it's darker in there, so your eyes can get a little bit more adjusted.
Fred said the future's so bright, you got to wear shades. Hey, if that's where Horror Nights is headed, yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So that was our first.
I'm gonna say this, as far as like, you know, going back to that question, shouldn't do this house since the sun's still out. It's hard because if you don't have express, it's like you got to do houses quick. You know, you don't want to wait till the sun goes down, especially this early in the run. Now, if you're going in October, sun goes down a little bit earlier in the day, so you'll have time, you know, to go through them earlier. But right now, like, it doesn't get dark until like 8 something.
So that's why maybe do those soundstage ones.
Yeah.
But our next house was Dolls.
Let's Play,
because it's right next to.
We did the
Hatchet
back
and
of the park and then went to the front.
Yes.
That's how we did it.
And again, still a little too dark or bright.
Right, yeah.
So it was dark.
Just to kind of give you a reference, the facade, this might be a spoiler for you guys, but the facade of this house is on the outside, right? And it's like the little dollhouse or something. And there's supposed to be a projection on that window. It was so bright outside that like you couldn't even tell there was a projection there. So
yeah,
just to give you perspective, the sun was still very much out.
Yeah.
That's why that's one of those houses where I'm like, again, maybe go a little later in the night when it's dark, because then you can actually see the projection. It's a feature we missed.
However, again, this one, like, I can see a lot of potential. There's a lot of like creepy things. There's also some like campiness to it.
Yeah, this is like the campy house.
It is definitely a Charles Gray house.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell that he worked on this house.
It's just fun.
Yeah, it's fun. There's like some really cool nods to like old toys and things like that. So, and some cool effects that went along with that. But I don't want to spoil anything. So.
Yeah. Again, there were so many scenes, and this is one of those houses where I felt like I got the most scare actors that interacted with us. That we actually saw more scares. Again, Steph missed a good amount too in this house, because there's times where as I was passing, they were coming out, so I was able to turn. You were already gone, which was a bummer. But there was a scene in this, surprise, you look like you're in a toaster or something. It's an easy bake oven, right?
Oh, I was saving that.
No,
I don't want to spoil it.
I gotta spoil this because it was such a cute moment. When we got into that room, Steph turned around and looked at me and went, "It's an easy bake oven," and got like excited.
That's what it seemed like.
But I didn't even know what I was in. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, are we in an oven? Like, what is this? And then when you said that, I was like, oh yeah.
And it's actually like warm in there.
It was a little warm. Like, so I'm like, ugh. Can you imagine being the scare actor in that room?
Oh, that would suck.
That's tough. But this is one of those houses where they just like had fun and played with scale, and did some things. And there's actually a lot of detail into this house that I just like, after going through the first time, only time so far, I don't remember much because I'm like, there was just so much. There was the bed scene. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say how and what way, but like, I missed it.
Yeah.
And you saw it. There's another scene I saw that you missed. Again, a lot of detail to it. But overall, I look at this house, and again, like, I know, I'd say most people weren't like a big fan of this house. I saw a lot of people that did like it too.
I think I think it will be one of those ones similar to triplets last year, where you have some people who really don't like it, and then you have some people that are like obsessed with it.
Yeah, I can see that. And I think this is one of those houses too that will also improve as the event goes on, as the run continues. I think this house will improve, and I just think it's based on your luck of going through if you're getting all the scares, because again, it was kind of fun. And again, this is one of those houses too where the scare actors were not as aggressive coming out. They were pretty much just doing this instead of like really getting out. So the more comfortable they get with their scares and figuring out what actually works, I can see this getting a little more scarier for fans.
There's some costumes that are really creepy, so I liked it.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It was a fun house, and it was only our second of the night. So at this point, I still had some energy in the night. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm tired.
So then
it was good.
We made our way over to the big like new tents in the back, and we did Fallout first. I will say for both of us, this is a spoiler for our rankings. This is probably at the very bottom.
This is number 10 for me, dead last.
Yeah.
Period. Let's explain why.
It looks good. There's some cool effects.
No, it looks amazing. The house looks great. I love it.
I think I only saw one ghoul, but he looks really good.
And did you see him when I was like really saying, "Hey, turn around, look back"?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I saw him walk back into his boot hole.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
again, this was a house that we missed a lot of scares in. I think I counted like 6 or 7. So
I got a good laugh at the end when he's like in that suit.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I can't see shit.
I can't see shit.
That gave me a good laugh.
Yeah. I came out of that house and Steph was already out and she was like laughing. She's like, did you hear that? I was like, no, I missed it. So.
This is what we said when we first walked out, and this is what we've heard a lot of people say. It's literally The Last of Us.
Yes.
But Fallout.
I agree with you, Fred. So I'm going to kind of jump in real quick.
Yeah.
People who are major fans of Fallout, of the games and the series, seems like they really like this house.
Yeah.
But I also heard major fans that are also a little like disappointed in it. And I think it's because they missed some scenes. We missed a lot of scenes in that house too. One of my favorite ones is in, of course, this comes from the show that was on, what's the service?
HBO?
No, it's not on HBO. Starts with a P.
Paramount?
Paramount. It's when they're, the freezers. I'm just going to say that. That was actually really cool.
It's a Prime.
Oh, it's on Prime?
Yeah.
Oh, we're dumb. Straight through.
Know.
Anyways.
We have all of them, and
we have you guys here to help us with that stuff. But the freezer scene, the fridges or whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. That to me was like one of my favorite scenes because that was the first time, especially in the night, where we had some scares coming out. It's like, oh yeah, Horror Nights, here we are. And then nothing after that.
I think that was also one of the first scenes in the show while we were watching it that I was like, oh yeah, it could be a house.
Yeah. Like the horror aspect.
Yeah, because up until that point, I was like, it's not scary.
Yeah. It's a fun house. It's beautiful. It really is. Like the music, the tone, everything. Seeing the mech armor was really cool for me. I did like that. Again, this is one of those houses where we need to go through it more to see, because again, we had a bad run through, and then when things really aren't hitting for us, when we're already having bad run throughs, it just becomes more of a struggle.
But we have heard from a lot of other people who like have the same feelings about it, and I feel like if it was just a bad run through, then that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
It's probably going to be like Last of Us, where that did stay towards the bottom for us. We didn't really do that house very much because we didn't have Express that year.
We didn't have Express. Yeah. And
did we?
Maybe no, I think we did. No, we did have Express.
Yeah, but it was always so long.
Every time we ended up doing it, we just had bad run throughs. Like that's one of those houses that in our Halloween Horror Nights history, like majority of the time we went through the house, bad run through. And it's like, oh. Mm-hmm. So we were looking at, it's like, let's not waste time doing it. Let's go to another one we really enjoy. I could see this being the case in a way, but again, it just depends. If the scare actors come out and they really put some energy and aggression, I'll go more.
Yeah.
But I wasn't getting it. But again, what they were able to fit in the sprung tent was incredible, which that moves us on into Gulkin, Monsters of the North.
Which we really
Bravo.
liked. I love
Bravo.
Gulkin.
That was a beautiful house. First of all, fun, lots of fun. The story of it was really cool, entertaining, really gory, really like some good scares. Actually, this was the first house that we had in the night. Right, house number 4 was Gulkin, and this was the first house in the night where we had some aggression. Where we're like, okay, we're getting the style we like, where it's constant. The scare actors came out; they had a lot of energy, a lot of movements from them. The storyline was really cool. You can learn it throughout the house too. They also have the Echoes from the Fog episode to check out. So story's really cool.
And I feel like one of the things with the original, well, I guess all of the houses that can really like make or break a house, and I feel like is probably pretty difficult for the creatives, is ending it. It's just like a horror movie. Like the ending is always the hardest part.
Sometimes it just ends or it gets really crazy and then you're like, what?
And the ending to this house, amazing. I loved the ending to this house.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I don't want to say I'm a big fan, but I've noticed the houses that I really love for originals have the same ending where there's like a small little gauntlet that's like a tight scene and it ends like that because it's like,
Yeah.
So you get that like, whoa, at the end of it, and it just really highlights this house just scene, scale, the scares, everything was there. This was our first like really good, successful run through of a house. I would say probably our best or maybe second best run through for that night as far as houses go. I think another one we're going to come up to here soon, I think it's the next one we're going to talk about, had probably the most that was really successful. But Gulkin was so beautiful. Guys, there were some effects that were in this house where I myself was just like, how? Wow. Awesome. I think I actually said that during I'm just going to say fire. You know what I'm talking about? Where I went, how?
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. I literally
really
said
good.
that just like that.
It was
good.
really good.
And again, if it felt long, it felt like that was a long house.
It did, yeah.
And it's in that tent. It's crazy to me. So very successful. Gulkin was a lot of fun. I know Gulkin was a lot of people's favorites, number ones, and at least top threes for sure.
Yeah.
As it should be.
It's in our top 3.
Yeah.
For now. I mean, like we said, our rankings, take it with a grain of salt.
We'll get into that soon. Also want to bring up Jim Daniels. My gosh, the $50 super chat. My man, thank you. That's too much, too kind.
Keeping our dogs fed.
Keeping the Hondo treat fun. Jim said, put Hollywood scare actors in Orlando, and it would be amazing.
That is true. And it's not even the actors, it's what they're allowed to do.
Yeah, there's way more boundaries with Orlando than Hollywood. But yeah, I'm going to say, like, if you got the best of both worlds, you get Hollywood scare actors and mesh them in with Orlando's event. Maybe some things are just too good.
Yeah, it would be too good. Yeah. It would be too good.
We can't. Just no. But Jim, we appreciate it, my man. You're too kind, dude.
I will say, right before we move on to the next house, this area, they did put this big like tent over thingy over the line, which before we got in it,
you can just call it like a gazebo.
Yeah, before we got in it, I was like, that's a great idea because people were literally baking in these lines last year.
Yeah. First of all, whoever thought of that, thank you. That's a great start. And
then we got in it, and then we were like, oh, there's no airflow in here.
It's like, oh, it's like 15 degrees hotter.
So they definitely need more fans or something in there. I know Chris said the fans in line were nice, but I think they need more of them.
Yeah, when you're in front of them, they're real nice. I'm going to say this. You guys know the way the tent is set up, they have those support beams that kind of, cross over like this, right? They got those. There's 6 of them on each side. It'd be cool if they put those fans up there too. Not the big ones you can't put those up there. Just a regular old industrial fan.
Like a nice box
goes up
fan,
there, yeah. And like misters, but no misters because I feel like that makes it more humid. But you add those fans like that can help do more circulation because the nice fans that are down on guest level are really nice, but they get blocked with all those guests. Only if you're in the center, which is actually like mainly Express Pass users get that. So if you can put some fans up higher up and help circulate that, I think it'd be better. So that's cool. Also, huge shout out to them, by the way, for having projectors up first night of the event. That's a huge win. And for especially in this waiting area for the Gulkin and Fallout houses, they had a projector on the inside too of the tent. So you can also see that, which again, that's a big win.
Yep.
Love that. So this event, again, there's more positives than there are negatives. And this is being taken in the right step. We're going in the right direction. And just a reminder, this is HHN 34. Next year's 35. It's a big anniversary year. So it's exciting to see where the bar is right now, where it can be next year. So that was really good. Yeah. Also, Carmen Robinson said, I need to go this year with you guys to see if I'm less scared. Mom.
Take you up on that.
If you're down for it, we have a room, but you got to pay for your entry. But if you want to go, sure, we'll all go. We'll do an HHN trip. Frank and Helene are thinking about coming down late October, do Behind the Screams. We can all do a one night run through. That'd be fun. Just do like 2-3 houses.
Yeah.
We'll have to take Mom through Jason.
Oh gosh, no.
That gauntlet scene. Steph's already moved on. All right.
Anyway,
next.
That's like an off-camera conversation.
Now let's have it here in front of all the fans. They need to know.
Anyway, we were talking about lines and logistics, and I think that is a good transition to our next several houses.
Yes.
Which we made our way up to the front. We made a huge mistake for the first like 4 houses back there.
In the soundstage.
So this is the new setup they have for the sound stages for this year because of the Rip Ride Rocket construction.
This year would be a top 3 year of all time if they left Rip Ride Rocket alone.
Yes. However, I personally I wasn't like, oh, I'm missing it so much. Like, I feel like they added a lot more of the atmosphere back into the actual park, that it was fine. Anyway, we can talk about that another time.
Ooh, yeah.
But they have 4 houses that are all back in the soundstage area and all enter way back there. But the way to get in there is you have 2 entrance areas. However,
can you please say that again one more time?
There are 2 entrance areas. However, we did not know that.
2. There's 2.
So at first,
there are 2 entrances.
We thought
folks.
there was only one up by Minions, and we thought that the other area, like in past years, was an exit only. We did not see the sign the first 2 times that we exited.
Yeah.
That said that you could go to the left and go back into the
and to say this too, that taking that left, by the way, is very small, very narrow. And when we got out the first 2 times, there were so many people around that we didn't know. We didn't even see the sign.
Oh.
Okay. And plus, when we got out of the house, we weren't looking around. We were just talking to each other about our experience and just making our way through. So
we walked all the way out by Jimmy Fallon and Rip Ride Rocket.
We walked out of Jimmy Fallon.
All the way back up.
All the way to the front entrance of the park.
And we looked at each other and we were like, this is ridiculous. How are this is awful.
It's terrible.
And then after we were like, okay, so we're gonna go do.
I'm gonna say so. We did WWE first, walked all the way around. Then we did Grave of Flesh, walked all the way back up front, but we went to El Artista, so we didn't go all the way around. We just went through Artista, and then I said, all right, then we'll walk all the way around so we can go do the other 2. And then that's when you noticed.
After 5 nights.
Because we went all the way around again?
No, El
Artista came out, yeah.
We came out to get food or something, and I saw the sign that said you could just go to the left.
Yes.
And I was like, oh.
So we went all the way around to 5 nights because you had to go through the front.
No, what happened was we did 5 nights, and it dumps out like back where the line is for like Terrifier. We did Grave
I think we did. Wait a minute.
No, you're confusing.
WWE, then Artista, then
Yes.
Grave of Flesh, because then we went from Grave of Flesh, then we made the Notice, and then went to Terrifier right after that.
Yes.
And then went 5 nights.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! It was like
Anyway.
11 p.m. at night, guys. We
Anyway,
were tired.
we got in like an extra like 2,000 steps that we probably didn't need to. But
Yeah, that was rough.
But after seeing that you could just stay back in that little like hub area for all of the sound stages, after seeing that, honestly, I kind of like this setup like better.
I don't. Just being honest.
I like
okay.
that it's all in one area. I like that 2 of the sound stages have lines inside.
Yes, I did like that. I
I
like
like
that the lines
that
were
a
inside the
lot.
sound stages. I did like that. I'm going to say this. I don't like it more than what we've had in the past just because I miss being inside the park and seeing the actual house like entrances and stuff the way it was, especially in New York. It was just cool to me. It felt like everything's right there. But I do give credit to them. This is such a nightmare to deal with, and I think they did it as best as you possibly can with what was given as far as the resources and space. I will give props to them because
I think it's gonna grow on you, and I think by the end
no,
of
I mean, like, I agree with you. I'm not saying I don't like it at all. I did like it because I was very impressed by what they did and how it was done. Like I said, I like that too. The queue lines were in an actual soundstage. I'm like, I love that because they can do a lot with it, especially it's AC. It's inside. It's kind of nice. If it's raining, hey, you're protected. If it's hot, guess what? You're protected.
I think the only thing that they could add back there is maybe a food booth that has like real food.
Yes, which that
They
was our
have
comment about the
other
sprung
one.
tents, yeah, from last year.
Because they do have like the drink carts where you can get drinks and alcohol, and I think they might have like chips,
Yeah.
like little things like that.
Little pickerings.
And they have the portable bathrooms, which are actually pretty nice. So they have that, which is nice. But if you're going in line for Terrifier and it's like a 2-hour wait, and then you're about to get in line for 5 nights and that's another 2-hour wait, I would like to get something to eat probably.
Yeah.
And not have to go all the way out into the park.
There's a
do
lot
that
of
and then
walking
come back.
going on
Yeah.
this year. And again, it's all because of Rip Ride. And there's other things too that is all because of Rip Ride, which is
Yeah.
so anyways, to the houses then.
Yes. So we
To the houses.
so we did WWE next.
Yeah, this was our 5th house of the night.
And this was probably our best run through. This was my best run through.
No, I agree. I think
scare
that we
actors.
had Gulkin, which was really good. And we still missed some, but it was really good. And then we had WWE, which again, we had no understanding of this house. We had minimum research. And I kind of like the fact that we went in with like very little understanding, little to no understanding. Because even if you and I did all the research we can, we still wouldn't be like fans of the super fans, because it's like we're just doing research to get ready for the house. We haven't really watched it. We haven't grown up with it like other people have.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we came in really blind with the experience. It did not. This is what I was so worried about when they first announced it. As I did research, I knew it was going to be like this, but I was so worried it was going to be like wrestling in a way. It was not that at all. It was actually, to me, in my opinion, it was like an anthology styled house. And I love those houses because you get a different scene and story in each scene. And it was so well done. The way it looked was amazing. This was probably the most, at this point, aggressive scare acting that we've had all night. Huge props to the scare actors out there, because it really felt like they knew the position they were in and they really took it on the first weekend.
Yeah.
So this was a lot of fun going through this house.
Yeah.
We got some good scares in this one.
I really liked this one. Again, like Brian said, no idea what was going
Yeah,
on.
you have zero understanding of this.
No idea
Yeah.
what was happening. But I think that the scares were good. The costumes look amazing.
Yeah, everything looked top notch.
The sets look really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even like I love the room where it's like all TVs.
That was probably one of my favorite rooms
Like I think
of the night.
I don't know what the point of that was, but
It was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, you know what was so cool too? Being a nerd when it comes to like production and things like that. The fact that you see and this is spoilers again for you guys. The fact that you actually see like production scenes and stuff was kind of cool. That was really neat. And the team that worked on that one scene with all the TVs was so well. I didn't know there were scare actors on both sides too. So when I first came around that corner, I mean, they popped out. I was like,
Yeah.
and I went through first in this house too.
Yeah.
And you were behind me, and that's when they came out and turned and saw you, and it was like,
Yeah, and I love like what I gathered from it was kind of like each of the 6 like characters were going into their like little storyline or world
Their
or whatever.
world.
And I love an anthology house, and it kind of gave that vibe, so I liked that. Because you get different, is different each room. Like you
The
go
vibe,
into the
experience,
the one room that's like it's like kids playroom or something like that.
It was the playhouse
And that's so different.
or fun house, whatever.
And that's so different than the next room that you go into. So
yeah, the vulture one was really cool. I love the look for that.
And I think the audio design in there was really good. It was really creepy.
They spent a lot of money in this house. It looked like, and it felt like they spent money because it was just quality all the way around.
Yeah.
I want to say this. White Rabbit Cinema wrote in the chat, said, "Thank you. # ruthless aggression." That's every scare actor should be like that. Ruthless aggression, nonstop. But shout out again to the creatives, to WWE for all this. Shout out to Bray Wyatt. I don't know you. I'm sorry, this may sound really wrong to say, but like I never cared for you just because I never knew you existed. But this was a legacy built because of you. So shout out to you, because as a fan of Horror Nights, getting to go through a good haunted house, I'm a big fan. So thank you. Rest in peace. And to all the fans and all that stuff, I feel like this was well done for those people.
Yeah. I'm sure
I've seen a lot of people.
So.
I've seen a lot of people who were like, this was a perfect tribute. And I agree. For somebody who knows nothing about it, I think this was awesome. So I could imagine
as
being a super fan of that, or even just a casual fan, how cool that house must have been.
Yeah.
So, hey, bravo to you guys. And to the scare actors, great job. So WWE was like, we had Gulkin and we had WWE, and it was like, oh, okay, here we go. We're picking up, So that was great.
The next one we did was El Artista, and this was both of our most anticipated and bad run through. We got cast change.
This was a terrible run through.
We got cast change. I missed every single scare. However,
saw like 2 of them.
However, this is still in my top 3.
Beautiful
so far.
house.
It is gorgeous.
Beautiful house, guys.
And there's so much going on. I missed scares, and I still was like, what is happening?
Yeah, because there's so many layers to this. The scale one, but then the layers. You didn't have just scares in front of you. You had scares above you. Scares all around, There were so many effects that were in this house too. So again, a lot to take in. We missed some of those effects, obviously, because it's on a time loop and all that stuff. These are one of those houses where it's so crazy, because you say this is like one of your top 3 houses, and we had a terrible run through.
Yeah.
And it's one of these houses I know for a fact will be one that the more you go through, the later in the run, it's going to constantly get better, because you're going to notice more and more.
Yeah.
You're going to get better run throughs. And for it to already be at the top, it's like, man, it doesn't have much more to go to really be number 1. LRTs is beautiful.
Yes.
That is a well-done house. What a facade. I've been waiting to talk about this one for a long time, because I was spoiled with getting the chance to actually go through that house back in July. And I was like, man, I cannot wait to see this in person when it is active.
Yeah.
Beautiful house.
It's
well
gorgeous.
Done.
Loved it.
But again, we just had a terrible run through.
Yeah.
Like I saw maybe like 6 scare actors that whole house, and it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, we had a cast change for that one, so
that's
a bummer. But it's beautiful, and I can't wait to go through it again. Our next one though was
So that was house 6, El Artista.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then we did Grave of Flesh. I don't know what I expected, but it was not that.
There was moments where we were walking through, I was like, what is happening? This is crazy.
The first half of the house is what I expected. And then all of a sudden, I was like, what is going on?
I want to say something real quick. This house, I don't want to say performs poorly, but this house ended up being on the bottom of a lot of people's ranked lists. I loved it.
I liked it. I thought it was weird. And I
loved it.
I love a weird concept. And I think this gives old HHN.
And it's the fact that it's weird. And the fact that you don't know what's going on and you're like, what the hell is happening, makes it a little unsettling. It's just, this is one of those where I'm like, the scare actors, if they were on it, this could have been really good. I was so surprised and shocked with the facade of this house. I did not expect the facade to be what it was. And when we walked up, I was like, whoa. I mean, you remember that scene when we walked up and I was like, oh, this is big, you know? And I knew, again, Callie Malik talked about this house and I was looking forward to it. And the facade, I mean, I was like, whoa. But there were a lot of scenes going through where I was like, I really have I think they just wanted to do abstract things, which again, it was perfect to the story that they were trying to tell. And I don't think a lot of people understood it because maybe they didn't pay attention to the story. Because it's supposed to be abstract. It's supposed to be after you're dead. It's things we don't know. We don't understand. You're not supposed to understand it. It's these worlds we've never been to and experience. It's a constant battle within your mind of understanding the things you're never meant to understand and then experience it in person and realizing that hell is really hell. You know, that's what this house is like. And I got to say, like, the first half of going through, we missed a good amount of scares, but we had some good ones. And then the second half, there was a scene, and there is a scene in this house towards the very end that we went through and we looked at each other and we said, oh, if they figure out the timing and if the scare actors are on it, that could get a lot of scares. And that scene could do well. Okay, remember, you kind of bend to the right and you have that one scare actor in the middle that has, I think, or on the right, that could do 1 or 2 scares. And then the one on the left that has those holes that they kind of walk through and they could reach out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good talk. Love you. High five. You turn around at me and you went, that could be a good scare spot.
Yeah, and I don't remember what you're talking about.
It was a long night for us guys. We're tired. It was a long weekend for Stephanie in general, by the way. But I genuinely believe that if the scare actors in Grave of Flesh can get aggressive and just really just figure out their scares and on it, this is going to be the house that everybody's going to talk about at the end of the event. That was the one that they were surprised that moved up higher on their list compared to what they were expecting.
Yeah.
I have a strong feeling about this one.
I think it could definitely get better. And Javier said, I like the dirt smell in the beginning. I agree.
Yeah,
it reminded me of
Darkish.
Yeah, Darkest Steel. I don't know why I keep blanking on the name of that one, but I love that dirt smell. Yeah. It was very weird and interesting, but I like that because it wasn't just like exactly what you expect. You go through it and you're like, oh wait, what what is happening? Which I kind of like. So I don't know. Again, like we said with our rankings, like it's so hard to rank them because not only is it opening weekend and things are going to change so much, but also like we just didn't get good run throughs. And this was one where again, we just didn't get good run throughs for this. But the next house that we went through was, we finished off with the 3 like big IPs. So it was 5 nights.
I'm forgetting like where we're at.
5 nights, then Terrifier, then Terrifier, then 5 nights. No. Yes. Terrifier, then 5 nights, then Jason.
Yeah.
So I actually really like Terrifier.
Cool.
I like the Terrifier house more than I like the Terrifier movies.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like Terrifier in general is a perfect property to just be a good haunted house. But yeah, as movies,
it's like it's like funny. I love the juxtaposition of like Art just being like silly, goofy, but he's
silly,
like
goofy.
He's just like a silly, goofy guy, but he's like killing people. The juxtaposition of that I think is so funny in a house because it doesn't have to take itself seriously because it's just a house.
It's fake.
I thought all the scare actors playing Arts all did so good.
I think they loved the fact that they were in the role of being Art, and they really like took it to heart.
Oh, so, yeah, for sure.
Heart for Art.
you can tell they like play it up a lot,
Yeah.
which I think is great. I wish they all had prosthetics.
Yeah,
Because
that'd be expensive.
You can tell some of them have prosthetics, some of them have like a full mask.
Did any of them have prosthetics?
I saw the one that has the hair. He was like moving his mouth. So.
Oh, okay.
But
that would be expensive.
Because he's like, because he's just standing in the scene. So I think they wanted
being out there.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wish they all had that, but yeah, it would be very expensive and time consuming. But yeah, all the arts in the entire event have been really good.
Yeah.
We saw the walk around one once.
I think
Maybe
twice.
twice?
I think twice we saw him. But yeah,
and he was great.
He did great.
Yeah.
The expressions were fun. Interactions are getting better as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, Terrifier was fun. My experience with Terrifier was that like I had a group behind me that I just wish wasn't behind me going through this house because it kind of took me out of being in the house. So it kind of bummed me out. I feel like I got to go through that house again because I'll enjoy it more if I just didn't have the group that I had behind me.
Yeah.
But I was actually pleasantly happy. I was hearing a lot of positive things about this house, but to your point, it was very much that juxtaposition that was just like fun. Like, yeah, it was just fun. It's a good haunted house. It was a lot of fun.
I do agree with Shanna saying it wasn't as gory as like either they made it out to be or we anticipated based on what people were saying. But I kind of anticipated that.
Yeah.
I feel like
there's a limit I feel like they can do. I mean, they can't just have the house filled with blood where you're literally swimming through blood.
There were a few rooms where there was some pretty gory stuff going on.
Oh, yeah. I will say, I do think this is the most gory house we had at the year. This year, for sure.
This year, yeah, for sure. It was like the room in Triplets where it was like the birthday party.
The birthday scene, yeah.
But like multiple rooms of that. So I don't think it was like anything we haven't seen before, but just more consistently throughout the house. But I was kind of anticipating that. I still really liked it. We did not do the wet path. We only did the dry path. And it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't do the wet path. So
I don't care to get wet.
Compare it.
Don't care. But yeah, we can't compare because we didn't get to do it. But I thought the dry path was fine. Like,
yeah.
You know? Yeah, I'll just say like this house was well done. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fans enjoyed it. Had a constant long wait throughout the entire night. The flow through the house was pretty well. I feel like it flowed through good. Artesia had a bad flow for some reason. But Terrifier had a great flow through. Like people were constantly moving through. It's a fun house. I just got to do it again. Yeah. I personally had a bad experience with the group behind me, but it was a lot of fun. I think it was a lot of fun. I didn't want to talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it. The bathroom scene in this house.
Oh, it smells so bad.
That was terrible. We weren't even to that scene and I could smell it from like 3 scenes away and I knew what we were coming up to. So I held my breath thinking it would be the next scene and it wasn't. So like, let me hold my breath a little longer. Then the next scene came up. It still wasn't that. So I took a deep breath in and it was right when we were entering the scene. And I was like, oh my God.
It did smell really bad.
That was bad. Yeah.
It is funny because 2 years ago when we had Exorcist Believer, everybody said the room with the girl who puts her on the wall. Everybody said that smelled so awful. To me, I could smell something, but to me it didn't smell bad. And it definitely didn't smell like poop. Like it just, I don't know what it smelled like, but it didn't smell bad. It just smelled kind of weird. But this room
this was rough.
Bad.
Yeah, this was rough.
So I will be holding my breath through this room.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is they have like the bleach scene. You can smell the bleach. I'm like, they need that bleach scene to be like immediately after to just like
cleanse your palate.
Like get it out.
Yeah, that scene was tough.
Yeah.
It was real tough. But again, overall, the house was well. I'm gonna say this. I'm surprisingly excited to go through it again. I'll see how it is.
Yeah, I think Because we talked to Shanna at the event, and she said that she couldn't smell anything, but she went in early in the night, and she had been hearing that like later in the night it's worse. I don't know if it's just the steady stream of it, like going through
and it's
all
sticking
night.
everything, and it's
So
we'll try to do that house earlier in the night.
Yeah. If it really bothers you, go early in the night.
We'll test that theory out. We'll try to do Terrifier earlier to see if it smells as bad. If so, then it just smells bad. If not, then I would highly recommend, if you're very sensitive to some smells, do Terrifier early in the night. Don't do it later.
Your breath.
Try to hold your breath. I can't remember what was the first scene right before it, so I could tell you at that moment, take a deep breath and hold it.
Javier
again,
asked if it's as bad as Texas Chainsaw from HHN 30. I would say a little bit worse.
I don't know. Texas Chainsaw really was bad.
Texas Chainsaw was bad, but I think it's a little bit worse.
Terrifier this year, that scene, that smell is probably the worst we've had here in Orlando. But Hollywood from 2023 with Holidays in Hell, Holidays in Hell, right?
Yeah.
And Exorcist was worse than this.
Yes.
Hollywood has some strong scents out there.
It's just a lot stronger.
Don't know
like
why.
If that scene was as strong,
we wouldn't go through that house again.
Oh
I would not be able to withstand that.
You'd have people actually getting physically sick.
Yeah.
So, I think it just gets worse at the end of the night, because someone said right after Stay and Scream it wasn't bad, and then Jesse right after that said it was so bad at the end of the night.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll test that theory the next time we do it.
Yeah.
We'll do Terrifier early and see if it gets better or if it is better.
But then
I cannot imagine working that scene.
But you get used to it. I'm sure you get used to it. It's like, you know how when you go in somebody's house and their house smells. I can't wait to just get used to shit. So when I'm walking around, I'll never smell shit. You know when you go in someone's house and their house, it doesn't even smell bad, but it just has a smell to it. But you don't smell your own house.
No,
so I
true.
think you just get used to it.
But it's like with the boys, do you think that's a positive thing for us? Because then we'll never actually smell when they,
I mean, no, but.
You don't think so? I think that'd be great.
I'm just saying, working in the house, probably get used to it.
Okay, all right.
But then we did 5 nights.
Yeah, 5 nights was the 9th house that we did for the night, and our final soundstage house.
And I will say the gold star, the shining light of this house is the very first scene with the animatronics. Go ahead.
No, I was just helping you with the animatronic part.
That's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to say the pizza place, like the stage with
Freddy's Fazbear's, that whole thing. Yeah. What a beautiful entrance.
That looks amazing. And the animatronics look so good. They look so good. But that's about it. No.
I have seen and heard people talk about it because, again, we went on Sunday. And I know that people were saying it was so good. But I don't think people understand until you actually are physically there in front of the animatronics to see the scene. You won't really understand, how incredible this looks. Even the facade, everything. I was like, damn. There's really a lot of money that was put into this front scene.
It looks really good.
5 nights, the entrance to it was incredible. Facade was incredible. That beginning opening scene was incredible. Even when the animatronics, I hear the secrets that you keep, which is, it's a good bop. But and then the music stops and they do their eyes and it's like, whoa, that's cool. And then the kid comes out on the other side, which is Foxy's little part. That was cool. That was really cool. I wish there was a faster time loop to it so the kid would come out a little quicker. You had time to see it once, maybe twice, but it was just so cool. I wanted to see it multiple times. That was really cool. Then throughout the house, still really cool, but I think, again, we probably just had a bad run through.
We might have had a bad run through. I also just wish that, the times when you see the characters, you see, the animatronics throughout the house, it's not possible for them to be moving quickly or doing any sort of jump scare, moving towards you. So they're just kind of doing that.
Yeah, I mean, some of them were puppets too, and I noticed they had them on a track.
And they move.
Well, they had them on a track, And what I noticed was that they in the track they had the oh my gosh, the lines, the cables, whatever. I'm losing my mind right now. It's late. Where it powered their eyes and gave them like the sounds and stuff. But there was a puppeteer that was behind them that walked with them and gave them that.
But it's slow.
And it's slow, yeah, because they're on that track. You can't move them fast. It's hard to move them.
Which it looks good, but it's just it's not scary. Which is exactly what I was worried about with this house.
That's what we anticipated.
I knew it was going to look good, but probably not be very scary. And that is the case.
To me, this house was very much like Fallout, where it was like, it was beautiful looking. It was fun. It's much of a showy type of house.
Yeah.
And we didn't.
It reminds me a lot of like Ghostbusters or Stranger Things, where like it's very true to the movie.
Yeah.
It looks good as far as, well, maybe not Stranger Things, but it looks good as far
season 4.
Yeah. It looks season 1, Stranger Things. It looks
good.
good as far as like the characters look good, the animatronics, the set, all of that, but it just isn't scary.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Like, this is based on the film, right? This was the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Was the movie scary to you, Steph?
No, and that's why it's fireworks.
Why was that so loud? Oh my gosh, I thought that was knocking for a second. Anyways, the animatronics have showed up at the door. They're going to prove us why it's actually scary. No, so the movie wasn't scary, right?
Right.
So if the movie wasn't scary for you, the house probably won't really be that scary. The premise of it, you know?
Exactly.
But as far as the look and the scale, this was really impressive. Like, this is a house I'd love to go through multiple times just to be like, wow, this looks amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, but, we'll definitely do it more. It looks really good.
Yeah.
But the line has been also very...
Most of the time I've checked the line, it's been 180 plus minutes. Crazy. Now, is it really 180 plus? I've seen a lot of people say no, it's less than that, but still 180 plus.
Our express line was not bad at all, so...
The most we've
15
waited
minutes.
all night, I think, was 20 minutes.
We waited like 27 for Jason.
27. And it was posted at 80 minutes, which is incredible. Other than that, our average time in the express line was probably like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Express, again, fantastic. Way to go. I don't know where these people are who complain that express lines are too long because, again, it is advertised it's going to be half the standby wait. If it's 180 minutes, you're supposed to be waiting 90 minutes. We did not wait nowhere near 90 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Even for Jason, and that was the worst express line.
Yeah.
Which brings us to our last house, which was
Final one.
Jason. And this was...
If also, I just want to say too, if you have not seen Friday the 13th, spoiler warning, Jason's not in the first one.
Oh my goodness. We don't need to go over this again.
I'm never going to let that go.
This was probably our worst run through as far as scare actors. Do you think this or El Artista? I think this was worse.
No, I think this was like...
maybe El Artista.
I had a better... I think it felt worse to you because you knew how awesome this house can be if all the scare actors were there.
There's a scene...
We had good run-throughs in
There's a...
it's a gauntlet.
There's a gauntlet at the end that I know will be absolutely amazing, but we got a cast change and there was no scare actors in the entire thing. It was like...
This was one of the 4 houses we did that had a cast change that night.
It was like 4 hallways of nothing because we missed all the scare actors because they were doing cast change. However, this is like probably the first house that I have ever been blasted with fog and not been able to see anything.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's so funny. We had that gauntlet, no scare actors, but I was terrified because that's the scene that that fog machine went off and it was dark and I saw you go, oh, wait. And then I lost you and I went, whoa. I was slowly reaching out.
I can't imagine
I couldn't see
if
you.
I got through that fog and Jason popped out of me, I'd probably be on the ground.
Yeah, it'd be scary. And that's what I was expecting, but it's kind of funny though, the fact that we had a cast change and we missed all the scares there because we were both just kind of like, oh, and then we're like, oh, nothing happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, it's gonna be better, right? I've heard from Jason, for everybody saying Jason Universe is probably scariest house this year. And if you catch all the scares, I can imagine like how it does well. I really like the house. I think it did well in the space that they had. It was actually longer than I thought.
At the end of the night, we talked about what our top house would be. And despite having a cast change and a bad run through, I think Jason's my favorite. Because I just see how much
the
potential.
I feel like this has the biggest potential as far as the type of house that we like experiencing, which is just relentless aggression, nonstop. It's just constant. And this one definitely got big.
Yeah, they're scary.
Brawl like guys, and brawn, whatever.
Brawny,
yeah. They like to brawl. I don't know.
But yeah.
Anyways, this house I feel like is going to be one of those that we really enjoy doing. If you want a good scare, this is the house to have. And we were ending the night on it because we wanted to get that like, oh my gosh feeling at the end. We had a cast change. We missed everything in that last. Literally, when you get to the cabin, I think it's the mom that was outside.
Yeah.
That was like the last character we saw. That whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, oh my gosh, and it just. Bad luck for us. We had bad luck. Lay down. You're okay. I know. Nico does not like the fireworks and he's freaking out. But yeah, this is the one that I'm like, if we could catch a good timing, and we'll do better at going through our timing. We just tried doing all 10 houses, so we didn't really like wait around. We just went to the houses and stuff. And we still had a very good time. And it's one of those things, like, even since we had a bad night with run-throughs, we still noticed, like, this is such a solid year. And it's one of those things that I'll say, like, I don't care if I have a terrible night, as long as everybody else has an amazing night. That's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, we both enjoy the fact that people love going to Halloween Horror Nights and that they can leave saying, that was the best time I've ever had. That to us is a win. And that's what makes us feel good. And I feel like everybody we talk to, that's kind of what the statement's been overall. So everyone's like, this is such an incredible year. And I'm so excited for it. So,
yeah.
And it's just the first weekend. Again, all the scares are going to get better. The operation's going to get better. Things are going to flow better. And we just got lucky and blessed with no rain. What are you laughing at?
Crappy Tappies. If you stay hyped, you don't gotta get hyped. Like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
I'm always ready. Except if it's early in the morning.
But yeah, that was all the houses.
Yeah, so that was our experience going through.
We did not do Nightmare Fuel or the Lagoon Show.
Huntphonic.
We walked through all the scare zones and saw the experiences. I will say it's... Go ahead.
No, say it. I think
I
we're
will
going to say
say
something.
it is... Stop.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It is interesting because Club Horror was at the very bottom of, like, things for me. I really liked it.
It's kind of fun. I'm not going to lie.
It gave me old HHN vibes with, like, the, like, music and just the
music was upbeat and it was good music. It was fun.
I liked it.
Again, I wish it did not replace a scare zone, like a traditional scare zone. Go ahead, lay down, buddy. Lay down. No, lay down. I know. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Come here.
I think the scare zones themselves will continue to get better. He's scared.
Yeah, the fireworks are freaking him out.
I think the scare zones themselves will continue to get better as the scare actors, learn their characters and their, like, what to do in the scare zones and stuff. That's always a given. But I think the standout was, to nobody's surprise, Cat Lady.
Cat Lacey of Crooked Lane.
The little show that they do is amazing. The little, like, walk-through thing that they have is great. So I think that was probably our favorite scare zone. I really don't see that changing.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I'm going to jump in. We'll talk more of the scare zones and street experiences in another live stream. because I noticed it's already an.
Yeah, I was trying to
Okay.
speed run it.
Yeah, don't. We'll talk about it in another live stream.
Okay.
Because we'll do that. What we'll do is, because we're already an hour and 44 minutes in the live stream, and Steph has to get up really early in the morning. So we'll save the scare zone, street experiences, all that. We'll give our full feedback. Especially, we'll do more run-throughs of them in our next live stream, because this week we plan to do the shows. So we'll put them all together and talk about all those other experiences. And then maybe we'll have an update to our rankings with the houses. Hopefully we have better run-throughs, because then we'll go over that and tell you guys all about it. So we'll save it for that live stream for the next one, whenever we do that. Maybe next Tuesday. We'll see. But let's go back to the houses and let's talk about our rankings. And then we can kind of wrap up on that.
Okay. Well, we did already say that number 10 was Fallout.
Yes.
Do
you want to go in that order from 10
Yeah.
up, right? Well,
Yeah.
of course, right?
I didn't, neither of us like wrote these down. So I'm trying to just
We're doing it like right now.
So Fallout is number 10. I think I have to put, I don't want to, but Grave of Flesh is number 9 for me.
Okay.
What were you going to say? Five Nights?
No, I was going to put Dolls.
Dolls.
Let's put Dolls at number 9.
I like Dolls better than Grave of Flesh. I think Grave of Flesh 9, Dolls 8.
I gave Dolls 9 because, again, we didn't get to really see the facade during night. So that's an experience we missed. And even though it was a lot of fun, there's still some scares I really want to see. I do think it'll get better, but yeah, Dolls at 9.
Yeah. I think Grave of Flesh 9, Dolls 8, Five Nights 7.
Okay, so Five Nights was my 8.
Okay.
So I had Five Nights at 8. Really, you can flip Dolls
Yeah.
and Five Nights for me.
What's your 7?
So 7. Okay, don't hate me. Don't come at me.
Terrifier.
Terrifier was my number 7.
Yeah.
And here's the reason why. Terrifier was such a well-done house. By the way, if you guys want to, by the way, in the chat, as we're going through,
they're
put down.
already doing it.
Perfect. You guys are on. You guys are awesome, right? Yeah. Terrifier is my number 7 for this reason. Again, like I said, I just did not have a good group behind me. Just kind of messed up the experience for me. I couldn't focus on what was going on because of what was happening behind me.
You also were trying to watch keep up with the Miami game, and it was at the very end when we walked in.
All right.
So he was just thinking about the Miami game.
Okay, story time. Very brief.
No.
Sorry, I won't tell you guys a story because Steph said no. Very brief story. Very brief story. Right as we were in line for this house, the Miami Notre Dame game that was going on. I'm a Miami fan, right? They're playing Notre Dame. There was like 5 minutes left in the game. We got into Express, and as we were going through the house, it was less than 2 minutes. Miami was driving down the field. They were in field goal range. It was 3rd and 4 or whatever, and we were going to the house. So the whole time we were in the house, all I could think of was the game. And when we got out of the house, I opened my phone up. I checked the game again, and Notre Dame had the ball. Miami made the field goals, 27-24. Notre Dame was marching down the field with like 30 or 50 seconds left. So my mind was just on the game. The people behind me took me out of being in the house. Yeah, so it wasn't a perfect storm.
Again.
So number 7 for me, Terrifier.
Okay.
But Miami won.
I think number 6 for me, Hatchet and Chains.
I thought you were going to say Hatchet and Chains.
But we have to do it again because I
Yeah.
couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
And that's, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 are all like
Just whatever.
good.
Yeah, whatever. Toss them up. Sure.
So, but they're all really good.
Yeah.
So, like putting Hatchet and Chains at 6 is not saying that it's bad.
Yeah.
So, what's your 6? Hatchet and Chains. Yeah.
I love Hatchet and Chains. I know that house is going to grow on me a little bit more. But again, when we went through, it's our first house of the night. It was bright as can be. I don't remember seeing much. So I can't give it high just because I'm biased to the story. So I give it number 6.
Yeah. I think 5.
So right now, what do we have left? We have WWE, Jason Universe, Gulkin, El Artista.
You said WWE already.
I haven't said Grave yet.
Oh, what's the other one?
You haven't said Terrifier.
Oh, I haven't said Terrifier.
So those are, yeah. So number 5 for you.
I think number 5 is Terrifier.
Okay.
Yeah, number 5 is Terrifier.
Why do you have it at number 5?
again, the top 5 are kind of a toss up, but I think like
it's the lower out of the other ones. Yeah, I mean,
that poop smell really like knocked it down.
it took it off the podium for you.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, really shot yourself on that one there. Yeah.
I think, okay, I need to just run through mine because otherwise I'm going to forget.
Okay, so do your top 5. So you get that.
Terrifier, number 5. Then I think 4th is Gulkin. Then I think 3rd is El Artista. 2nd is WWE? Question mark? And then number 1 is Jason.
I thought you would have WWE in your top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because that was number 10 on my anticipation list.
Yeah. Again, it's an anthology style type of house, and you love those. You and I both do. And again, that was probably one of the better run-throughs that we had of the night. That was probably the one and only house where we had a full, good, I would say decent, because even then we missed some stuff, but like it was like, okay, that was a run-through. Like, we had a full run-through. So yeah.
Theme team said Nick is taking a victory lap because he was super excited for WWE.
Yeah, no, WWE did really good.
It was very good.
I think people are already putting in their 5, 4, 3, 2s, and 1s, and I'm seeing WWE one, multiple ones for WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
The IPs this year are good.
Thank God.
Except for Fallout.
When was the last? Yeah. Well, we got to go through it again more. We got to go through the event more and more. We will. It'll get better. But yeah, thank God. It's really nice when the IPs are as good as like the originals, because you know you got a good year. Got a good year.
All right. So what's your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Grave of Flesh.
Yep. Grave of Flesh is my number 5. Number 4, I'd have to put Jason. Okay. Universe is my number 4. And again, this list is only because of our experience on Sunday. Doesn't mean I really think Jason's going to become like number 1 or number 2. It's just we just had a bad run through. Mm-hmm. That last scene, which would have been so good, we missed everything. So I still have Artista, Gulkin, and WWE. Number 3 for me is El Artista. Mm-hmm. Because again, bad run through, beautiful house. I love that house. But I was so looking forward to this because I've been through it back in July. Just not a good run through to be the first one. So number 3. Number 2.
WWE. For Gulkin.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. WWE. I'm gonna give my number 2 spot. I thought it was well done. I liked it. It's a lot of fun. Again, it was just probably one of the better run-throughs. The same as Gulkin, but I loved Gulkin. Like the story, that all of that originality of it was so good. But you can quote me. You could say WWE's number 1 and Gulkin's 2, or you can say Gulkin's 1, WWE 2. I don't care. I really don't. Those two, they were the better run-throughs that we had of the night. Therefore, they get the top 2 spots because, obviously that sets the tone for the event, you know? Yeah. But other than that, this is one of those years that, like, ranking the houses, it's tough. I've seen a lot of people online talk about this is going to be such a tough year to rank the houses. And that is such a good thing to say and to hear, because it means you got a good year in your hands. Overall, things are looking really good. People who are like not caring for WWE, I'm seeing that they really enjoyed it. People who are not caring for Terrifier, I'm seeing people who actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And they did really good with the originals. So I'm happy. I'm excited. Looking forward to more of the event, looking at more run-throughs and stuff because we need them. I mean, we have some HHN 34.
It's looking
good, guys. It's looking good. And guess what? It's right before 35.
We will also talk about food on the next one, too.
Yeah, we'll save food in the next one because we only tried 2 food items.
3.
I don't even remember.
Cheese stick.
Say 'em. Okay, so we had the cheese stick.
We had the
tendies.
Carrot cake.
And the carrot cake.
And then the garlic parmesan tendies.
Yeah. We'll talk about those in the next live stream because we'll get more food in the next days that we go. So we can talk about more of the food and the tribute store. What are you chewing? What do you got? Come here. Come here. Come here. Don't tell me you swallowed that.
Oh, yes.
Wait.
How was the Eggs Benedict? Okay. I saw it. I saw videos of it. I saw the menu. Like, I saw what it looked like. And it honestly kind of looks like McDonald's, like, breakfast sandwich to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. But I still would probably like it because I love a good breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me know how it was.
Also, in the next live stream, we'll also talk about
breakfast.
the tribute store because I could probably do about a 20 to 30 minute segment about the tribute store. This guy's crazy looking. I wish you guys can see the front side of him right now. He loves when I do this. He's like, but
yeah, we'll talk about food, tribute store, and then the streets and stuff.
The shows and all that, yeah. And then our update to the houses and all that stuff. So we'll save that for the next live.
Just wanted to really deep dive into the houses.
That's like the main event,
because that's what we focused on. So
yeah. Also, Crappy Tappy, member for 36 months, 3 years.
Wow, that's crazy.
Jesus, this is our final year, folks. Not doing
Stop
no more.
Saying that.
Crappy
people.
Tappy said we are back. LFG, which is let's forget gorillas. Let's forget them. We don't need them anymore.
No, we do.
I know. Anyways, yeah, LFG, let's go. Horror Nights, man, this is awesome. This is a good feeling. This is such a positive step compared to last year. One of the questions I want to ask you guys is, do you think it's a positive step because last year was just not a good year, and we think this is such a good year just because it's a normal year compared to last year? So it's well done. Oh, by the way, we have the chainsaws back in Springfield. That is awesome. Yeah. That is a win. Huge win. Man, guys, I cannot get comfortable this year. There is so much that we could talk about. Still, like this, honestly, I promise you, this could have been a 3 to 4 hour live stream. We just don't have that kind of time right now. We're already at an hour, 56 minutes, so we need to wrap it up. It's getting late for us. We got to be up early. But we'll do another live stream. We'll probably, let's say, we'll plan for next week, Tuesday, potentially. Did it just die?
Yep.
No. I didn't know it was low.
Yep. All right.
Okay, so anyways, with that being said, guys, that's gonna do it for us in tonight's live stream. You already got to see Nico. He's here laying down, scared of the fireworks. He's a baby. But speaking of babies, the one who's starting to wag his tail, he lifted his head up. He knows it's his time. Halloween Horror Nights, here he comes. Big stretch.
Got to stretch first.
There you go. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa! Dun, dun. It's Hondo, guys. Hondo's coming to Halloween Horror Nights 35. He's gonna be the icon of the event. You guys wait and see. Yeah, tell him, everybody. Tell him. Say, I see you. Anyways, that's gonna do it for us tonight, guys. We appreciate all of you guys for joining us to talk opening weekend of Halloween Horror Nights. Hope for any of you guys who went, I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope
you guys
it's worth
will
the
be
wait.
there this weekend, look for us.
Okay, wiggle butt.
We'll probably be there every night this weekend, except for Saturday, because we don't have Saturday.
Yeah, we don't have Saturday. But we'll try to be there every single night. This can be one of those events where we're like, every night we're like, we should go. We should go. We really should go. Sorry, boys. This is Hondo's like least favorite time of the year because we have to leave a lot. Sorry. But he loves Christmas. Don't worry. He gets Christmas gifts all season. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. So that's good. Anyways, that's going to do it for us. Thank you again for joining us tonight. Hope you guys had a blast if you guys attended this opening weekend. And if you're going this next week, hope you guys have fun. Look out for us. And if you're waiting to go later in the season, just be prepared. It's going to be a great year for you guys. So with that being said, that's it. We're off. We look forward to see you guys in the next video or live stream. And like always, we'll cut you in the fog. I'm going to say, see ya, suckers. See ya, suckers. All right.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.